Any fans of Jason Voorhees out there? Well, sorry, we're talking about the calendar date, not a date with a machete. Welcome to WatchMojo's Top 5 Facts. In today's installment, we're counting down the top 5 facts about Friday the 13th.
Just figures with my luck. You know I was born on Friday the 13th.
Some years it only happens once. Other years, this so-called unlucky day and number pairing happens up to 3 times. If you've got anything planned for next Friday the 13th, maybe stick around as we investigate this superstitious day, and then decide if you should take a rain check. Friday, getting down on Friday. Number 5. Be afraid. But why? No one knows for sure.
Are you frightened? Yes. Not nearly frightened enough. I know what haunts you.
Fear of Friday the 13th is a real thing. It's called paraskiadecatriophobia. It affects millions of people and supposedly results in major loss of business for many industries. But what exactly is the root of this fear? There's no one answer, but there is a complicated history.
And I'm thinking the story involves a guy.
It's complicated.
Many believe it stems from one particularly bad Friday the 13th in 1307, when King Philip IV ordered the arrest of countless Knights Templar, many of whom were tortured and burned at the stake. Others have attributed significance to the fact that there were 13 people at the Last Supper before Jesus was crucified on Good Friday. But there is no specific mention of Friday the 13th until the late 19th century, when the combination of Friday and 13 are called unlucky in reference to the death of composer Gioacchino Rossini. Number 4. Our psychological associations are partially to blame.
It's not bad enough to have Friday the 13th. We've got a full moon, too.
We may never learn the exact origins of the superstitious day, but we can endeavor to understand its curious power in our supposedly logic-driven modern culture.
Doesn't make any sense.
Ultimately, it's all about control. When we are faced with a situation in which the outcome is beyond our control, superstition kicks in.
Jinx, you say?
Born on Friday the 13th.
According to psychologist Stuart Weiss, superstition is a tool that enables the brain to feel as if it's exerting control over such scenarios through abstract associations we've made with actions such as knocking on wood. So if anything remotely bad happens to someone on Friday the 13th, they're likely to believe the superstition. The association is all set up and the slightest mishap confirms it.
It had just been a shitty week for me from the beginning.
This can work both ways though. For Taylor Swift, for instance, the number 13 has already been incredibly lucky, even on Fridays.
My lucky number is 13, and so I draw 13 on my hand with eyeliner or body paint.
Number 3. It's not a global day of bad luck. T Swift isn't alone in shaking off the superstitions surrounding Friday the 13th. For various cultures throughout the world and throughout history, the number 13 has been a lucky one, including in Italy and ancient Greece. That doesn't mean that they don't have their very own superstitions, though. In Italy, Friday the 17th is the unlucky date. In China, 4 is considered an unlucky number because it is phonetically similar to the word death. In Kenya, any number ending with 7 is unlucky. Never one to be left out of a debate, science has weighed in and found Friday the 13th to be wanting. According to various studies, Friday the 13th shows no increase in surgical complications, natural disasters, or accidents.
You ever wondered why the crime rate in Sanford is so low, and yet the accident rate is so high?
No. Number 2. The 13 Club, dedicated to debunking superstitions.
We are the 13.
Members of the scientific community aren't the only ones who have put superstition to the test.
You science.
In the 13 Club, governors, judges, men of high military rank, and 5 US presidents, including Theodore Roosevelt, joined in on the fun.
Bully!
Founded in the 1880s by Captain William Fowler, a Civil War vet, the club existed for the sole purpose of breaking every superstitious rule out there. 13 men would gather together on Friday the 13th to walk under ladders, break mirrors and glasses, keep umbrellas open indoors, and spill salt with reckless abandon. Seated under a banner of Latin script that translated to, "We who are about to die salute you,"
We who are about to die, salute you.
they laughed superstition in the face while invoking even the most deadly of superstitions, and survived.
And you believe in things that you don't understand and you suffer. Superstition ain't the way.
Number 1. There have undeniably been bad Fridays throughout history.
What can I say? Shit happens. It's a shitty day.
Regardless of where the 13 Club, scientists, and the almighty Taylor Swift stand on the matter, when you look back on this date in history, it's hard to deny that there have been a lot of bad days. In 1939, the Black Friday bushfires killed 71 Australians. In 1940, Nazis dropped a bomb on Buckingham Palace. In 1951, Kansas experienced record-breaking flooding. In 1970, the Ebola cyclone killed an estimated 500,000 people in Bangladesh. In 1989, there was a stock market crash, and I could just keep going. There have been some good 13th Fridays throughout history, like the unveiling of the Hollywood sign, the 1854 patent of the accordion, and the birth of the Olsen twins.
But what I see is me. I see me too.
With that evidence from both sides, we'll let you be the judge.
How about a bad month?
So be honest, are you superstitious? And is there anything you'd avoid doing on Friday the 13th? Like asking for a raise, or getting on a plane, or going on a first date? For more I Want to Believe top 10s and the Truth Is Out There top 5s, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.